Hello Team FW3, we are Group 3. In this presentation, we will provide an overview of our project and help you devise a strategy to launch the product Freedom in the market. Our project, our project focuses specifically on FW3 Limited, your esteemed company known for manufacturing home electrical equipment, especially gardening tools. As you know, you recently launched the remarkable product Freedom, tailored to individuals aged 55 to 75. Our main objective is to analyze the initial sales figures, population data, and from there on, develop a comprehensive analytics strategy to drive future growth. Beginning with introducing BAM, which serves as a systematic approach to data analysis and decision making. Next, we will present the rich picture, providing a visual representation that captures the stakeholders' activities, challenges within the project context. Moving forward, we will showcase the business model canvas, which would shed light on key elements of FW3's business model. Lastly, we will explore various analytics that can support FW3's business going forward. These will include market segmentation, customer behavior, pricing optimization, demand forecasting, social media sentiment, and sustainability analytics. By offering these valuable insights into our project's context, purpose, and content, we aim to demonstrate tremendous power of data driven insights in supporting your success. We look forward to sharing our findings and recommendations with you today. Moving on to the business analytic methodology. BAM is an approach to support organization in gaining value from business analytics, from initial thoughts right through completed analytics. This includes four steps. First, problem situation structuring. Second, business model mapping. Third, business analytic leverage. And fourth, business analytic implementation. Moving on to the rich picture. Rich picture helps us capture a holistic view of problem or a situation by incorporating various elements and perspectives. It's our first step to break down the problem situation of FW3. After mapping all elements of FW3 using the rich picture, we discovered the following issues that could potentially affect the firm's business and future. First, supply chain disruptions. FW3 is located in Europe and their factory is in Birmingham, while predominant sales prevail in UK and USA. As the business expands and aim to grow its customer base, it will need to prepare risk mitigation strategies to ensure uninterrupted supply chain, both domestically and internationally. Second, analyzing consumer patterns. With the help of past data and predictive analysis, FW3 is assured about their target market. Since FW3 strategy revolves around studying the market and designing the goods accordingly, any error in this process could result in significant sale losses. Therefore, analyzing consumer patterns accurately is of utmost importance for FW3. Third, economic conditions aligned with purchasing power. FW3 recognizes that their strongest consumer target market is the age group 55 to 70. Studying their purchase habits and economic conditions become essential, especially considering the current economic recession in UK. Understanding the patterns will allow FW3 to make informed investment decisions in manufacturing gardening tools, taking into account economic circumstances of their target market. Fourth, maintaining brand image. The rich picture helped us understand one of the key resources is its brand and identity. They aim to be recognized as the most trusted and sustainable manufacturing. As the firm grows, it becomes crucial to maintain its brand image, and any loss of reputation could result in financial losses for FW3. Fifth, internal cost control. FW3 will need to implement stringent cost control policies due to rising inflation and increasing supply chain costs. Since their goods involve electrical equipment and require various parts from different suppliers, it is essential for FW3 to negotiate best prices to maintain a reasonable cost for their consumers while ensuring profitability. Next, we move on to the business model canvas. The business model canvas talks about different elements. First, the key partners, which include the retail channels and the suppliers of essential components. Then we move on to the activities. FW3's main activities are manufacturing home equipment and distributing them via the retailers. Some of the key resources that FW3 has is a design and market team, along with the intellectual property, which include product designs. Another key resource is their brand identity, which is established and gets in a lot of customer loyalty. Moving on to the cost structure, the main costs include the research and development, manufacturing costs, and design costs. Some other costs include distribution to retailers and sharing a part of their profit percentage. Their revenue streams basically include sales of gardening equipment via retail chains and which come from rural as well as urban areas. They have maintained strong customer relations with customer segments targeted at the age groups 55 to 75 who are gardening environment enthusiasts and are homeowners. The value proposition has been stated very clearly, which is providing essential manufacturing, which is providing essential gardening tools which are sustainable, lightweight, and are personalized.
In this section, we will use analytics to answer the questions put forward by FW3. The main geodemographic variable driving the sales in the district is the population of elderly people. It is for people aged between 60 to 74, including two age ranges. In the first instance, we used the total population of each district, which gave us an upward sloping graph representing a positive relationship, but the results were relatively less accurate. Also, we make a graph and model that having included the data for Birmingham because the extreme figure for the district makes a graph skewed and affects the model's accuracy. Therefore, in order to increase the accuracy, we focused on the segment that will drive the sales of the electric mower, which is the population of elderly people between 60 to 74. In order to achieve this, we had to construct new columns. Same as the previous reason, we haven't included the data for Birmingham because it is an outlier. Yes, there is evidence to support the hypothesis. If we look at the graph, we can clearly see that there is an upward sloping scatter graph, which indicates that as the sales increase, as the area increases, the sales per head will also increase. Sales per head are calculated by dividing the total sales of a particular district with the elderly population of that particular district. Yes, it is possible to develop a multivariate model. In the multivariate model, we have included two independent variables. This is the elderly population and the area. The resulting equation and the R-square shows us that it is highly accurate. From the equation, we can clearly see that the variable of elderly population is higher, which means it has a greater impact on the sales per head. At the same time, by including area, we have increased the accuracy of the regression model, which can be identified from the increase in R-square. The multivariate model has made the relationship between the variables more stable and accurate. It can also be applied more widely as it takes into account the impact of change of more than one variable on the sales per head. Yes, there is evidence to support this hypothesis. The evidence is Model 3, which signifies the relationship between population density and sales per head. As we can clearly see from the graph, there's a negative relationship between sales per head and the population density. This exemplifies that as the density of the population decreases, which is usually the case in rural areas, the sales per head increases. This is signified in the form of an downward sloping graph. Therefore, we can say that the sales per head of the mower are indeed higher in the rural areas. Model 3 has a slightly higher R square than Model 2 and Model 1, but according to us, the best model is Model 2. This is because Model 2 takes into account the impact of more variables on the sales per head. This makes it more stable and accurate. Also, it is easier to understand as calculating the population density in Model 2 may make it more complicated to formulate. As we have concluded that Model 2 is the most ideal model, we can simply enter the values of elderly population and the area of each of the 350 districts in the equation for Model 2 and get the sales value of each district. Adding all of them will give us the total sales value, which amounts to 6.6 million pounds. 6.6 million pounds. Future of business analytics is very bright with trends like real-time analytics, predictive analytics, and cloud-based analytics poised to play a major role. In the case of FW3, we would recommend implementing analytics to assess the effectiveness of different retailers through which the product is made available to consumers. This will be done once the initial sales plan based on the population of elderly people and the area is fully implemented throughout the United Kingdom and involve comparing the number of particular retail store in a district with the sales made through the retail store. Similarly, we would also like to model the effectiveness of customer support programs. This will be done based on comparing the number of customers that were satisfied in regards to a given number of customer calls in each district. Once these plans are implemented, the customer relationship could be strengthened and effectiveness could be maximized. Thank you.